All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dr. Tina Enerjoy, holistic brain health practitioner at Lifelong Enerjoy. I don't know if you can see this. And I am excited today because I have my first guest on Facebook Live, and her name is Lisa Hawkinson. And she is an entrepreneur, an amazing entrepreneur that helps people get organized. And her website and business is called How to Get Organized, right? Or howtogetorganized.com. Is that correct, Lisa?
That's right. But how the two is number two.
Oh, number two.
Right.
Important. Yes. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. So I'm super excited. Actually, Lisa has graciously volunteered to tell us about her experience in working with me when she had a fall. And I'm wondering, Lisa, if you can start off by telling our listeners what happened.
I'd be glad to, Dr. Tina. So I was
Mm-hmm.
out in my driveway watering the yard on a very nice warm day last summer. Well, 2 summers ago. And it was a normal day, but I got my foot tied up somehow in the hose and ended up tripping. And I knew as I was losing my balance that I couldn't recover. I just didn't have the quickness, the whatever I needed, the gymnastic ability to land in the dirt instead of the pavement. So I hit my head right above my right eyebrow on the pavement. And I think I blacked out for just moments. And I came to and was in severe pain. And I could not move my shoulder at all. I would not budge it. It was in excruciating pain. So that was around noon. And by 4 o'clock, I thought, I really should see a doctor today and just make sure I know what's going on. So I went to the doctor. My husband took me. And I hated every little bump and turn because it hurt so much. He
Mm-hmm.
took an x-ray and evaluated that I certainly didn't have some damage to my shoulder, but nothing was broken. So, I thought, okay, I'm good to go. He said there might be a concussion there and it could take up to 3 months to be feeling better. And I went, oh, okay. So in my mind, I was going to be done pretty quickly. And it didn't heal the way I expected. So my arm stayed stiff and it hurt and I couldn't extend it very much. And I was fatigued so much. I was surprised. I needed a nap every day. I just couldn't function in my business. My brain
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't with me. And then worst case scenario, I could type barely, but I was missing keys. Some letters just weren't working. And that was really strange. And so I came to you because I knew about you and I wondered if you could help me. You thought you could, and you did. So I came to you
Mm-hmm.
about 3 weeks after the fall.
Right, right. Thank you for that description, and I'm glad you remembered so well. Yeah, and so just for clarification, you said you needed naps every day, or were there more than one naps, or was that like one nap a day?
Well, it was one fairly lengthy nap, and I just didn't like it because I would get dozy and have to go to sleep, and I'd wake up and still wasn't feeling highly energetic. So it was really a drag on my day.
Yeah, lots of fatigue there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the typing was, it sounded like it was just it really interfered with your ability to get your job done.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't type a simple sentence without umpteen mistakes.
Yeah, that I can imagine how frustrating that is. Um, yeah, and I make mistakes too. I wish I didn't, but they're not
Yeah.
umpteen. Yes, I get
Right.
it. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, you came to work with me, and I know we worked a lot, especially on the typing part.
Mm-hmm.
And we just did one session, and I remember actually having my notes here that after we had a session just 2 days later, and your progress floored me. Actually, I have to say, I get a lot of miracles in this work that I do, and sometimes they are, you know, I hadn't worked with a head injury somebody with head injury before I worked with you, and so this was really surprising to how quickly things happened. But do you remember how quickly things happened for you?
It was within days I was typing better. And
Yeah.
my need for a nap was still there, but it was much shorter. So I felt like I had some life again. So
Yeah.
I was
I
very
wrote down in
encouraged.
my notes it was down to 10 minutes a
That's
day.
right. That's what very surprised me. And that's barely falling asleep.
Yeah. And and
That's a
that was just two
nod-all.
days later, right?
Yeah. And I remember coming in with, let's go to another issue because I felt we resolved that one. It was
That's
really
right. And then
fun.
moved on to something else.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And then your typing, how did that change? Do you remember that?
I wish I'd kept better records. So I would recommend you have people keep a log and report back in because I don't have a good enough notes on that, but I know it improved rapidly. So it got back to normal, and I just kind of
Yeah.
forgot it happened.
Well, I wrote down in my notes, and again, just 2 days later, that you had said the typing was down to 1/3. The problems were down to 1/3. The errors were down to 1/3 of what they were.
And that's
And
significant.
that floored me. I was just like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing. Yeah. And so do you feel like, and forgive my cat, she's she's trying to get in. Do you feel like you recovered pretty quickly then?
I did, yes. And I have great confidence in you. So I need to come see you for two more things.
Thank
I'll
you.
talk to you about that after the call.
Okay, sounds good. And your doctor said it would take 3 months. What,
Right.
how long, do you remember how long it took you?
So much less in my head in the typing, but my shoulder uh, extended for over 6 months. And then the doctor said before surgery and MRI, I needed physical therapy. And so that resolved the issues with my shoulder. So I'm doing everything normal, very normal now.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, we didn't work on your shoulder because we probably could have
I
helped that,
know.
speed that along too. But
Right.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, Lisa. I really appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome, Dr. Tina. I'm glad to
yeah,
do it for you because what you do is wonderful for people. And it's remarkable. And I don't think people know well enough what you're able to do for them.
yeah, I have to say that I'm so fortunate. I had a background or have a background in neuroscience and epidemiology, studied disease across populations. And my real interest has been helping people with their mental and cognitive health all my life. And yet I didn't have enough faith in counseling. And so I didn't go that direction. But I'm so grateful to have found methods that are so effective. And the key is that I just had to be open-minded, to allow myself to practice a technique that's not seen as credible in Western medicine because they are skeptics and they are, I think, somewhat afraid of techniques outside of Western medicine that work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happens in Western medicine. The more expert we get in something, the more skeptical we get. And I used to treat energy medicine in the same way. I used to do, if somebody said, you do energy medicine, I would run, and I somehow got backdoored into it, which is great. I'm very grateful for that. And that's how I've ended up here. And the body code certainly resonates with me in a big way because we're identifying and releasing underlying causes of what we're struggling with. And that's exactly what we did for Lisa. We released barriers to healing rapidly, and look what happened. And so if you know anybody with an injury, whether it's head injury or any kind of injury, I have regularly helped people speed up healing when it comes to more, knee injuries or, ankle injuries or those kinds of things. I have some great stories about myself, but I love the fact that I can help people with head injuries too, because those have much larger consequences.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they, concussions do increase your risk of dementia, for example.
Hmm.
So the faster we can get you on a healthier direction, the
Mm-hmm.
the the better your outcomes will be in terms of, or the less your risk will be for dementia as well. So I think that we've done everything we can to make sure that we take away that risk.
Well, I
Because
have great confidence in you, so I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Lisa and Debbie. Yes, let's connect. All right, take care and thank you, Lisa. And till next time.